Hello and welcome to the third Rooster Teeth Community Highlight Achievement Hunter Special. If you guys didn't know, this week is actually the 5th anniversary of when Achievement Hunter first started. And to celebrate the event, one, I've got myself a party hat, tilted at a fun angle, and second, I've accidentally rayed my hairstyle. Except with my hairstyle, I didn't actually fall asleep in the chair. I just sit in the chair, staring at the mirror. My vision's that bad that when they're cutting my hair without my glasses, you know, it looks fine, and then at the end of the haircut, Jesus Christ, now I look like this. So I've actually got this hat for two reasons. One, to actually cover my hair and make it look better, because, you know, pie hats improve everything. And two, to celebrate the 5th anniversary of Achievement Hunter. And to do that, this episode is 100% dedicated to fan art of the Achievement Hunter lads or gents, or them all together. So, without any further ado, we might as well just get straight into it. Starting up, we have this image done by Fender Love, which actually seems like the front page for a Rooster Teeth block comic, which actually is a comic he's been creating. A lot of Achievement Hunter fan art is always focused around taking the Achievement Hunter lads and gents and taking their Minecraft skins and putting them on them in person. And I always recommend actually going and check it out. There'll be a link below to his actual work because some of them are actually quite funny. I remember mentioning last week how I wish that there was a Ruby comic. Why isn't there an Achievement Hunter comic as well? It would be quite funny. Or, you know what? I'm calling it now. Full-length film. They're turning comic books into films. They can turn the Achievement Hunter lads in the Minecraft world into a film. God, that'll be something, wouldn't it? Oh God, this hat is just getting to my head. I'm going delusional. Jokes aside though, Fender Love has actually managed to create quite lifelike drawings of everyone in the Achievement Hunter. And now that Jack's built the massive Tower of Pimps, we could probably see this image recreated one day. That is, if Gavin can climb that high. I can imagine there's quite a few safety hazards with climbing a Tower of Pimps that high. Taking a slight step away from art, we have Achievement Hunter inspired coffee done by Skitty V. This is actually an item you can purchase online, in which it's Achievement Hunter inspired coffee and blends. You get a pack and each one is inspired by different members of the Achievement Hunter. As mentioned, this is actually purchasable online, which, again, I'll leave a link in the description below. But it does kind of make you wonder that what each of the Achievement Hunter people would actually taste like. One, Jeff would be an Irish coffee. That's a given. Ray, I have a feeling Ray would taste kind of minty. Again, this hat is, it's getting out my homosexual side. No, I mean, not that. Fuck me. But see, this is how we create the Achievement Hunter merchandise. First we start with the Achievement Hunter comic, then we have Achievement Hunter coffee. I mean, there's no end to what we can just put Achievement Hunter on. Houses, built by Jack. Ella M. Red on the website has created these two separate images, one of the team lads and one of the team gents. Again, sort of mixing their real identities, some cartoonish style thrown in there, and their Minecraft avatars. Something that's kind of funny to mention is that Fender Love actually mentioned how he was inspired by this work done by Ella M. Red. And I mean, it is pretty cute, because how we've seen the more realistic side of the avatars mixed with the people, and this with the more cartoonish side mixed with the avatars. Everyone looks pretty cute, and the fact that Jeff has this little visor thing, and not gonna lie, Ryan looks pretty good in a kilt. He's probably hiding a knife or something under there, because it's pretty much canon now that he's a fucking mentalist. Speaking of canon, I think me saying that someone is a mentalist, it's happened each time. I think when you're dealing with Rooster Teeth, I think the word mental has a slightly different meaning. It's used for everything. What I like about the difference between the lads and the gents piece by Ella and Red is the fact that the gents, they're standing on top of the Tower of Pimps. They're looking out over the world with a load of wisdom and a lot more age behind them. Whereas the lads, they're just sitting on, having the time of their lives. Again, it's kind of, This next image was done by Zypher the One, and is an actual maze. They've taken the Let's Play logo, turned it into a maze, so you, while watching any of the Achievement Hunter Let's Plays, can play along too. You can get your crayons out, you can just go to town. I can't actually imagine how complicated it would be to create a maze with only one path that gets you to the exit. So, big props to Zypher the One on how much time he probably spent on this. I'm just going to come out and say it, didn't find it. It took me a little while, I did in the end, but it's, you know, I snapped my crayon. Not to say that the average age of people who watch Let's Plays use crayons. I mean, some of them might use like felt tips. I mean, I think you kind of understand what I'm getting at. If not, Oh god, people are going to hate me for that one. I'm not going to lie, this hat is actually really restricting the blood to my head, so I'm not saying things straight, I'm not thinking straight. And finally this week we have this image done by Bunny, which if I can remember correctly is of Lindsay, Caleb, Michael, Ray, Gavin, Jack, Ryan and Jeff. Got it right that time. If you guys have actually been on the Achievement Hunter website, you remember that Caleb, he actually made a 5th anniversary post in which he attached this image as an actual wallpaper. Bunny was actually commissioned to create this piece, and what I really like about it is you have all the little circles of the Achievement Hunter. On one side you have the lads, other side you gents, and then at the bottom you have Lindsay and Caleb. Caleb, who's probably been asked what is game night so many times, he probably has nightmares about it. And Lindsay, who has probably filmed a lot of behind the scenes of stuff, probably isn't PG. And then obviously you have JJ, silently working in the back. He's not actually in the image, because he was too busy editing. If you guys actually wanted to download this for your own desktop, I'll be sure to put in a link below so you guys can get this and have it spreading across all 3 of your screens if you have that many. I don't. I've just got the one. And it looks nice on my one. It's hard to think this all started with a Burnout Paradise achievement guide. And it's really grown a long way in 5 years. And many of us, me included, are incredibly thankful for actually making content persistently, week in, week out. And I mean, I think we've all enjoyed it. Seeing as it is the 5th anniversary of Achievement Hunter, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you had to be part of the Versus series and had to challenge any member to any game, what game and what member would you choose and why? Be sure to leave your answer in the comments below, and I'll be sure that next week at the end of the episode I'll read out a few of the best answers. There are no events coming up next week, but as always be sure to check out the Rooster Teeth podcast, episode 229. This episode actually has a triple B bifecta of Bernie, Brandon, and actually Ben. It's good to actually have him back because he left quite the mark last time. Oh, the British. We just continue to make good impressions of ourselves. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Be sure to tune in again next week. And this has been me, Matthew. Thanks again. Bye. Thank Christ I can take this off. Ah! Oh, that's good.